It's the 7th of October and I'm Jerusha Sukhthia Rath. Now, of course, yesterday, Citizen Dewani was in the dock during his trial for the murder of his wife Annie while the two of them honeymooned in Cape Town in 2010. Now, all eyes were on the Western Cape High Court, and Citizen Dewani himself, through his lawyer, gave a statement of his account of what happened when Annie was killed. But of course, he also spoke about their relationship, which was often tumultuous, and even his sexuality. Now, why his sexuality is relevant is because the state were going to bring witnesses to prove that Citizen was in a homosexual relationship with a man, and perhaps that could be an indication that he was unhappy in his marriage and somehow wanted to get out. But Citizen was quite forthright in his statement, saying that he is in fact bisexual and that he's had sexual relationships with both men and women, but when he met Annie, he was physically attracted to her and loved her. Of course, many newspaper front pages, in fact most of them, are focusing on Dewani's on his statement and his revelations in court. Let's have a look now. We'll start off with the front page of The Witness. Dewani tells court of his bisexuality. On the front page of The Times, Dewani, Our Last Days, and here he describes, as The Times have said, the makeups and the breakups between him and Annie. Now, Annie broke off their engagement before the wedding, and they had certain miscommunications and rows because of the wedding itself, but Citizen says that every time they reconciled, they were happy and in love and looking forward to being married. On the front page of The Star, Citizen comes clean. Bisexual Dewani reveals how upset Annie came close to not marrying. On the front page of The Mercury, bisexual Dewani tells of rows and making up. Again, on the front page of The Citizen, bisexual Dewani opens up. Now, here on the cover of the Pretoria News, we have a different angle. This one says Annie video shock. Now, despite the fact that everybody is reporting on the supposed shock of Citizen Dewani being bisexual, I think the real shock was really yesterday during court proceedings, the video that was played to the courtroom. Now, it showed Annie Dewani's body in the taxi that she was shot. She was dead. And News 24's reporter Roy McKenzie, who was in court for proceedings, described how you could see her hair blowing in the wind, how her wedding henna was still visible on her legs. You could see her cocktail dress, and you could see her slumped over. And although quite unlike the case of Oscar Pistorius, when we were shown those images of Reva, they were bloody and quite gratuitous. This image of Annie didn't show any blood, but certainly was harrowing, as it showed Annie dead in that vehicle. Of course, her family were probably pre-warned about this because they weren't there during that particular part of the proceedings. But still, during other parts of the proceedings, the Hindocha family, that's Annie's family, found it very difficult to listen to what was going on. On the front page of The Burger, it says sex central in this case. And beyond here, we have Dewani saying that yes, he did have sex with a man. And on the front page of the Cape Times, Dewani, this is my story, referring to the fact that Dewani gave an account of before he met Annie, meeting Annie, proposing to Annie, and then Annie's eventual death. We'll be keeping you updated on this story. Stay tuned to News 24 Live. You can click on the Dewani trial section for all the latest videos on the Dewani trial. Follow us on Twitter and Facebook. You can subscribe to our YouTube channel, and of course, you can find us on Instagram.